I hope you're doing great. Today, I'm gonna be drawing. Got my digital pen right here, ready to do some work. So, what I'm doing is I'm working on a picture for Lollies. You've heard of Lollies, have you not? No, you probably haven't, because it's coming this summer to Monument, Colorado. What is Lollies? Lollies is all about pure, wonderful, delicious ice cream. Oh, look who we have here. Oh, she's always, this is Opal. So let's draw. Let's have fun, and I'll share with you the process. So here you're gonna see my first initial drawing. This is the finished Lolley. This is the character that is gonna represent the brand. So this is our cow, our main character, and she has to be central. And I figured she was gonna be carrying a bouquet, if you will, of ice cream, handing it out. And then I went to this. This was a little more fleshed out. Let's have characters that just show the joy and the youthfulness of what you felt when you were a kid about ice cream. I pulled back the opacity here so you can see this is what I've drawn. And then I started coloring her in, but here's the final ink of Lolley. And I brought in some other characters, and you'll see I have them on different layers. And I'm doing the background. That's the final. So here's our little girl running up from the distance. And I drew over it, and I did this. So I'm going to finish her up. I'm now just laying in what I want. I'm not going to worry too much about it being perfect. I'm trying to just get a general. If I did this, I'm trying to do, you see this clothing here? I'm just trying to have a whimsical feel. Now, I don't like this shirt. I'm trying to think, how do I fix it? Do I do buttons, like two big buttons? Do I do frilly kind of stuff here? Okay, maybe she needs a little more of a rump. Okay, there's flour on that, and then this would be lined. Right now, I'm not particularly keen on this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull back this opacity. I'm gonna get rid of this back one. I'm gonna now do another line over it. Okay, so and if I did this, this is her fist right here. I need this arm back. So we're gonna pull this arm back. Okay, see how her arm, her hand is set back a little right there. I almost feel like I need to make them just a little bit more focused in, more dialed in on what it is she's after. I'm not worried about even the nostrils. Notice this is not about making everything. It's a stylistic approach. Do I change her expression? What if what if she doesn't want to miss out? What if there's, I need her smiling though. I need her, even if I did have that kind of look, do that around her. So it's almost clownish. I see that. It's amazing where you just put the eyebrows, how that can totally change the expression. All right. And then we're going to do this big hair as well. A lot of freckles, big bow, and then more hair coming out. Okay. And if I'm doing that, I think I need to increase, see just the excitement, just the overwhelmingness where you see the white all around the eyes. And we're going to pull back the opacity of that layer, add another. And so this is going to be the ink layer. Now this is where we're going to be final. We're actually going to come in here, and I'm going to be more intentional with every little stroke. Okay, yeah, look at that. Look at those eyes. That cracks me up sometimes, just watching how these characters evolve. I like the idea of the one tooth. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to come in here On this, you can erase on this side. This is 8,000 pressure sensitivity. This is the Cintiq model. And depending on how hard I press down, the ink comes out. My iPad Pro has, I think, a little over 1,000 pressure sensitivity. Let's put a little tongue in here. Maybe she has 2 teethers down there. Now remember, all this background, that's on a layer that I can actually get rid of when I'm ready. It is my guide. It's like a light table. When I pull back the opacity, I'm gonna make little fingers, little teeny weeny. She's a cute little thing. I could do, you know what? I think I'm going to give her a look at this, polka dots, which will give a little texture to the whole. There's something about bare feet, and that is one of my favorite memories of childhood, is running around in my grandpa's yard barefoot. He always had this lush green lawn, and I loved it. I don't think we go barefoot enough anymore. And when you got puppies, I guarantee you it's not a wise idea to go barefoot in any kind of lawn. All right, now for the fun part. Let's color this little girl. I have over 16 million colors to choose from, all derived from the mixture of 4: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. You mix those 4 colors together, you can come up with 16 million colors. I have a layer below my ink, and I'm going to sort of color in real quick. Put a little red in here, just very subtle. And what color eyes? We're gonna do green. This color is on the bottom layer. I can always remove it. If I take away the ink, we can see what I've just colored. Doesn't look too pretty, does it? Now, also just to let you know, this is all done pixel based, meaning you see all those little squares? I've set it up to do 300 DPI, meaning what I can do is I can change any one of these little squares. So I can make this orange, for example. Now, just to give you an idea of how many pixels that is, you don't see that pixel anymore. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in a skin color that's gonna go with her red hair. Now, one thing that saves time is I select my lasso tool. What I can do is I can select the area that I want to block in. I deselect the eyes because I have that the way I want it, and then I just fill. I'm gonna do that for the rest of the body. So I just fill it in. Obviously, no one just has flat color on their face. I'm going to lock pixels. Now, what that means is that on this layer of color, everything that I put down color is locked. So if I choose blue and I say, I want to color this, I can start coloring. But look, I'm trying to color over here. Nothing is being colored because what we're doing is we're locking the pixels. That's right there. When you start bringing shadowing and highlighting to a picture, there's always a light source, and that affects what we see definition-wise in shape, in form. So I had all that shading. I'm gonna actually bring, before I do the highlights, I'm gonna bring in some red, red in those cheeks. I'm being very subtle about it. If I press down, it would be like that. Now, I want to build on we're gonna pump up her cheeks a little more. See how I'm bringing in some more red underneath. Oh, she is cute. So now I'm gonna get the inside of this mouth, and we'll just see her sort of develop before our eyes and become the little girl she was always meant to be. Her tongue, I'm gonna obviously make it a little darker in the back of her mouth. It's coming towards the light. Now, her hair. I'm gonna add this color. Let's try this. Okay, there we go. I'm going to now come in here and I'm going to say, all right, let's pick a darker color. So I'm adding more here underneath. So there's that. Now we're going to add light. And you can see here how it just makes that pop. You'll notice I'm not doing any highlights yet. I'm just sort of blocking in the color. I'm going to now lock those layers, put a little shadow here underneath. I'm going to use this white color. Do a little shadowing. See, that little frill's being more pronounced right there. Do I like that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What if I did a little pink? I'm going to actually change it to pink. I think it works better. Aside from the highlights, I think it needs polka dots. This girl likes her polka dots. And there we go. There she is. She's a cute little thing. And she's going to have fun with her ice cream. We're done. Thank you for taking the time with me. I wish you the absolute best. Yes, I know this is just one piece of the puzzle. That's how it goes in illustration. One step in front of the next. And soon, you'll have something complete, something you're proud of. Thank you and have a great one.